Hello, everyone, and welcome to Point Buzz, where two idiots talk about movies, sometimes even a third idiot. I'm Seth.
And I'm Anthony. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about Raising Arizona. But we also have a special guest today. We have Shane here.
Hey everyone,
How's it
I'm
going,
Shane.
Shane?
I'm doing great.
Hi, Shane.
Excellent. Excellent. So you're a big movie guy, huh?
I have been known to partake.
Partake?
I love
in
the
what,
I love
in,
the
in what
Coen
sort of way?
brothers.
You watch movies? You ever make a movie?
I think we've all made a movie, right? Maybe at some point, right? But yes, I do partake in that way too. But huge movie fan, especially when it comes to the Coen brothers. I mean, they're one of the big influences of mine. So I'm so happy you guys brought me on to this episode. I couldn't be more thrilled.
Hell yeah.
Would you say this is your
Perfect.
favorite of the Coen brothers?
You know, it's
top.
probably it's in the top. It's probably top 3 comedies. I mean, I think you kind of have to separate the Coen brothers. When it
Yeah, I
comes
could see that.
I mean, how am I rating Big Lebowski next to No Country? Right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're two different, and I think that's what's so. I mean, I don't know. You guys got a whole show to do first, but I'll get to this. But it's so amazing how they're able to juggle different genres or combine them. It's great stuff.
Creative brothers.
And follow-up question, do you believe in God?
I do. I do believe in God. Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, so I guess we'll come back. But I guess
First, have you guys seen any good movies like recently? Anything besides Raising Arizona?
you guys go ahead. Yeah, I got to pull up my shit.
I mean, I
I've just-
seen the new Marvel movie, Thunderbolts. It's actually not bad.
I heard
Not
you
bad.
talking about it earlier.
Surprisingly good. I mean, I just watched the newest Captain America like a few days before I watched Thunderbolts, and it's like night and day difference. Like that Captain America was real bad.
it helped lower your expectations.
Yeah,
when
the
Thunderbolts
expectations were super low.
came. Yeah, I just been getting into Wong Kar-wai recently. I just watched Fallen Angels maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I kid you not, since then I've watched it 5 more times. I can't stop
my
watching
God.
this movie. I've watched also Chungking Express in that time, and then right after Chungking, we put on Fallen Angels because I'm obsessed with that movie right now. It's so good.
Fallen Angels. I have to put that in the watch list. I have Chungking Express in my letterbox watch list.
Also,
I
highly
need to get
recommended.
to. Yeah.
And for
Yeah, I
the
think you
listeners at
recommended it to me.
home,
Oh,
for the listeners at home, what are these movies? Because I know, but in case they don't know.
that's a great point. So the one I'm talking about, he's a Hong Kong film director, and these specifically Chungking and Fallen Angels are 90s movies. So right around the time when the Coens were really starting to make a name for themselves. He's most famous for In the Mood for Love, which is kind of a romantic, kind of like Chungking Express, quirky romantic. I would say the Wes Anderson of the East. And but Fallen Angels definitely has more of an action movie spin to it, which is probably why I enjoy it the most.
And these
Wes
are
Anderson of the East. That's exciting to hear.
Yeah.
I really want to check those out now. Yeah.
so these are in Chinese then, or
Yes,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
dubbed. There might be some English just because it's in Hong Kong, but it's very simple within, what the Hong Kong people would probably use in their normal life.
okay.
So a Chinese movie. So subtitles, reading it. But what's great with Fallen Angels and Chungking, and just In the Mood for Love too, all his movies is, probably Fallen Angels, there's probably 10 lines in the first 15, 20 minutes of that movie.
Oh wow.
It's very much a visual movie.
Yeah.
So it's international in that way.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
man,
have
I'm excited
throw
to see
them up
those
on
now.
the list as well. Hell yeah.
Excellent.
I watched one movie since the last time, and it's fucking
Oh.
awesome. Dinner in America. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
It's like
again on my watch list though.
Okay, it's like 3 years old or something like that. But yeah, it's like a story about to loosely, summarize it, like there's a hardcore punk singer who's just getting into all kinds of trouble. It's set in like the 90s as well, and he's on the run from the cops, and he ends up taking refuge in this super sheltered girl's house who unknowingly is a huge fan of his band, and they fall in love, little odd couple thing. But yeah, lots of vibes of, I can't remember what I said, like Scott Pilgrim kind of thing, but also way rougher around the edges. So I don't know. I'm all loosey goosey. Check it out.
Sounds good too. Yeah.
I like anything sentimental, so I bet I would enjoy that.
So many things to watch. Well,
right.
We did all three of us recently watch a little film called Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona.
You guys, I don't know, want to talk about that movie at all?
I guess.
Please.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well,
that's what you guys do.
Yeah. We try.
Hit us with that synopsis.
Yeah, here we go. Posing as children's photographers, three crooks, Adam Robert Wharton, Joe Montana, and Laura Flynn Boyle, scheme their way into a mansion to kidnap an infant, Bridget Duffy and Eddie Bracken. Their hostage proves quite resourceful, however, escaping their hideout and making his way into downtown Chicago. Now the con men have to find their abductee who believes that in order to return home, they must reenact scenes from his favorite storybook.
You said Chicago. This is Raising Arizona.
Construction site.
I don't think Chicago is anywhere near Arizona.
Last time I was in Chicago, they didn't have cacti along the road.
Yeah, maybe you got that one wrong. Got that one wrong again.
No, it's definitely not Baby's Day Out. So
Laura Flynn Boyle was in Baby's Day Out.
Apparently Joe Montana as well.
Oh man!
All right, hit him with the good shit.
The real one. An ex-con and ex-cop meet, marry, and long for a child of their own. When it is discovered that High is unable to have his children, they decide to snatch a baby. They try to keep their crime a secret while friends, co-workers, and a bounty hunter look to use the child for their own purposes.
Snatch a baby.
Ooh.
They try to snatch a baby. That's just fun to say.
Yeah, so Coen Brothers, this is like their second movie, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was their one before this? I haven't seen it, but I know that it was like a much more serious.
Blood Simple.
Blood Simple.
And it's so good. So amazing.
Yeah. Isn't it? Ah, man.
That's probably in my top 3. I get it.
Yeah, me and Anthony were talking. We've each seen 8 of the, 17 films they've done together. Yeah. I did see Drive Away Dolls as well, but that one was not done together.
1987, so this is before the 90s. Like the 90s is when the Coen brothers were had really made a name for themselves, right?
I think so. I think Fargo was really their kind of coming out party. They got the Academy Award nominations.
Right.
This was kind of their period. Besides like Miller's Crossing, they did, this Raising Arizona and Barton Fink, and then the one with Tim Robbins.
Sucker Proxy.
Yeah, Hudsucker Proxy. So these are all kind of quirky comedies. And so, they started with this very raw, blood simple, and then they finally get to it like with Miller's Crossing and Fargo. But they were kind of these quirky comedy guys at this point.
Yeah, this movie is pretty quirky. Yeah. It's almost like cartoonish.
Yeah, it's very Looney Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah. Very Looney Tunes, very Woody Woodpecker, maybe even, It's got the tattoo.
Yeah,
I also think, I don't know how deep you guys delve into, some of the other contributing factors, but the cinematographer for Raising Arizona and Blood Simple, like their buddy when they first started out was Barry Sonnenfeld, and this was his last movie. He did the cinematography for them, and he went on to do like Men in Black and Addams Family, which are very cartoony themselves.
Yeah.
And then, Roger Deakins comes in after this point, and he did like Shawshank Redemption. And now the Coens are almost more naturalistic. And so I really do think the cinematographer, Barry Sonnenfeld, lent a lot of that cartoonish element to what Raising Arizona is.
That's good insight, yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of very goofy things all over the place. There's a lot of like physical comedy in this, which I'm a huge fan of. I mean, Hot Fuzz is my favorite movie, so physical comedy is my jam. The cast is like incredible for this.
Mm-hmm. And all
Nicolas
very early
Cage.
on, kind of before they were well known as well.
Nicolas Cage doing his Nicolas Cage thing.
How do you guys feel about Nick Cage, by the way?
Oh, he's the best. He's the best.
I enjoy him. I recognize his greatness, but he's also been in a whole lot of dumb bullshit. So
what was the name of that movie? Unbearable Weight of whatever
Greatness.
It was. Greatness, yeah. That movie was pretty funny.
I just watched what's his name? The Twin Peaks guy. Sorry, my brain is
Kyle MacLachlan?
No, the director.
Oh, David Lynch.
Yeah. Recently, after David Lynch passed, I watched the early movie with Nicolas Cage. What the fuck was that called? I'm gonna have
Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart. I'm gonna have to edit so much on this. But yeah, he was amazing in Wild at Heart. That was, and I felt similar vibes in this. Obviously, that was turned up to a different notch, but
I don't know if you know this, but he provided the snakeskin jacket in Wild at Heart. Like, he came up to David and was like, "My character's wearing this. This is who he is," and that kind of worked into the story. It's like, it's a symbol of my individuality, and
right.
Oh, so good.
That's great. Yeah, Nicolas Cage, Holly Hunter, John Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
He's very funny in this too. The whole like coming out of the dirt scene, just screaming. Yeah. There's a lot of screaming from John Goodman in this movie.
Yeah, and his buddy. Yeah,
pulling his buddy out by his leg. I'd be curious to see the behind the scenes just of that prison break scene, because man,
that was impressive.
Having to like bury them basically, like for real.
My guess would be that they had something, like,
some sort of box pre-made.
Yeah, absolutely. And the mud sat on top of that, and
but kind of still to be in the mud, like for real.
You don't do, I don't think you can do stuff like that anymore. I think that's kind of dangerous stuff these days.
Dangerous practical, yeah.
Gotta have
but that's
AI
some of the
CG.
Yeah, and that's some of the fun too with this movie is you can tell that even though they had money, it's not like they had a ton of money, and so they had to kind of think through things, practically, such as that, and economically. And I think that worked to the comedy. There's a one shot that I love early on when Nicolas Cage is narrating, like, "Hey, this is what I've done, and I'm never gonna do it again." And he's released, and we just have a shot, and it's kind of a bird's eye wide shot. He runs up to the car. He's carrying something. He's got the mask on. We instantly know, without any dialogue, that he's broken the law again. We hear the sirens approaching, and it's just like so much information in just one wide shot. And that you got some comedic geniuses when you can do stuff like that.
I like the gag of him always going to that same convenience store. It's never a different store. It's just the same one every time.
Making excuses just to drive by it.
Yeah.
When he's later on, when he's married.
He's itching to do some crime.
Yeah. He feels just a little bit of pressure, and he's back.
Yeah.
So speaking of the budget, and budget of $5.5 million, almost 30 mil in the box office. Do you think they got money for saying Huggies? I gotta get the Huggies.
Oh, I'm sure they definitely got some money from Huggies.
Solid product placement.
Yeah, he's committing crime for it. He's running back, dodging bullets just to get it. That you can't make a better commercial than that.
But him saying diapers doesn't sound as good as Huggies.
That's right.
So I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'd like to. We'll have to send him a Facebook message.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I have. Go ahead. I'm done contributing.
Yeah, it made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, no kidding.
30 mil. And then, of course, VHS sales back in the day. I think it was played on TV a lot too. Like the first time I seen this was off the TV.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw it too.
It's
probably the first Coen Brothers movie I ever saw.
Yeah, this is definitely the first Coen Brother movie I've seen. I have fond memories of watching this movie as a kid and playing Zelda on the Game Boy at the same time. So whenever I think of that Zelda game, I think of Raising Arizona, and whenever I think of Raising Arizona, I think of Game Boy Zelda. It's just like a core memory that those two things are just linked.
I'm looking at their filmography page. I guess the first movie of theirs I saw was Darkman, which they were not directors, writers, producers, or editors, but they appeared as uncredited extras. And for some reason, it's on here on their filmography page.
Well, the Coens and Sam Raimi had a very mutual friendship early on. In fact, I don't know if you guys recognize the Evil Dead shot whenever the babies first noticed. Yep, absolutely. And then up the ladder. And by this point, they were really trying to help each other's careers out. And they did a movie, I've never seen it, that Sam Raimi directed. And I think the Coens edited or wrote it. I can't remember.
Oh, wow.
I think it was before this.
Yeah, I wonder if Raimi helped with that whole mud scene. That's some Evil Dead type stuff too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do know on Hudsucker Proxy there's this montage of, so the whole idea is there's this special, I won't spoil it, children's toy that Tim Robbins knows is going to revolutionize the children's toy market in like the 50s. And there's this whole montage in the movie right in the middle of the toy being marketed and everything, and Sam Raimi actually directed that part in the Coen Brothers movie.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
It says it was written with Sam Raimi as well.
There we go.
Yeah. Full circle.
Wow. All connected.
That's right.
Full proxy.
Full
Hudsucker.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this too, but I'm just nerding out now. But Frances McDormand, who is very connected to the Coens, Fargo, and she was in Blood Simple. She was roommates with Holly Hunter, which is, of course, Raising Arizona. And I think they even told her during Blood Simple, they were like, hey, we're going to come back. Don't worry, when we got something in mind for you. And so a lot of branching tree connections.
Yeah,
cool
Frances is in this as well.
That's right. Plays the friend.
Yeah. She's very young in this. Everyone's so young in this.
I didn't even realize that was her.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Oh, man, the dip tat. Gotta get the dip tat.
Yeah, dip tat.
Honey, are we getting a dip tat? It's just so good. And it's just, that's what's so brilliant is they take this idea of kidnapping a baby, which is so unrealistic and something we can't relate to, but have these situations that's very relatable. You got now the wife,
the pressures.
Yeah, and it's like, we both just heard about this, honey, and now you're asking, have I done this? Like, we can all relate to that, even if we can't relate to kidnapping a baby.
Yeah. And they can't agree on the name even.
Just know it's Junior.
It's just Junior, Nathan Jr.
And I love how everyone falls in love with Nathan Jr. Even the John Goodman at the end. It's like, we're keeping up his scale, Junior.
Yeah, everybody except for Leonard Smalls, the big bad.
Yeah. Big scary guy in the motorbike.
Yeah.
Going back to their proper friends too. The guy, just hilarious about how he keeps talking about how his semen don't work. Because my semen don't work. Yeah, Dip Tet and My Semen Don't Work were probably the highlights for me out of little tags.
Well, and that's what the Coen brothers are really known for, these, again, quirky, these characters that, are just so different and unique. And I love how, like, I don't know if you guys noticed this in this movie, and I'm pretty sure it's very stylistic to the Coens, but they film a lot of single shots of one character rather than people sharing the screen. And so like conversations, instead of being over the shoulder, it'll just be one person, a one shot, and another one shot. And I think that really makes it to where these low characters seem like, oh, this is their movie. Look at this. They're not even sharing a frame with anybody. And, I think that's what makes these characters so strong, is they're all, unique voices and carry as much weight as the main actors do.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Huh. Well, that's, yeah, I never really thought about that. Like, having just the one character, even if it's a small role. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's stuff like that.
I'm gonna look for that in movies now.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that stuff, I mean, that's all intentional. When characters share a frame, it's for a reason. They want to show they're connected somehow. And if you want to show the opposite, obviously, they don't share the frame. They're disconnected.
Wow. The more you know.
Right. You do know it, you just don't realize it.
Yeah,
the important thing is the director knows it.
Yeah.
So, did you go to film school or anything, Shane? Or
I did, and it was a lot of fun, and maybe a waste of money, but it was so much fun. So, highly recommended, at least for my experience. I'm always been a movie nerd. I've always loved that type of stuff, so it suited me. I was one of those guys that knew all their professors and talked movies with them, while the other students are just like, oh my god, I'm so sick of this. Let me just, Friday night, let's go party and whatever.
And you were like, I just want to dig into the Criterion collection tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh man.
So how about the music?
Mm-hmm.
I very much enjoyed the yodeling and the banjo.
Mm-hmm.
Really sets the stage.
Absolutely. It's a character in itself,
Sure.
and you know that things are going off the rails as soon as the yodeling happens.
I will tell you though, like, because I mean, and that definitely paints a picture of where you're at too with that type of music and the accents. So I'm curious about your opinions on this, because I'm not like staunchly like anti-Southern accent or anything like that, but for some reason it really did bother me in this movie. Like, I really enjoyed it overall, but I was just, I don't know, I was annoyed. I talk to a lot of people like this at work on the phone all the time, like lots of old, Southern men. So maybe that's part of it, but I'm curious if that's anything that you guys even thought of.
Yeah, not in Canada. I don't really hear that a lot, so it's just fun to me.
Yeah.
It's so over the top, and I can't take the movie seriously at all. So to me, the accents bring even more that level of just pure entertainment, and doesn't make any sense. It also makes me think of David Cross. He had this stand-up joke where he was talking about how that Southern accent, why is it in he's from Georgia, and he moved out to California eventually, but went to New York and all these places. Like, why can't I escape it wherever I go? Like, I'm in Northern California. It's like, hey, y'all. It's like I'm up in Boston, and people are like, hey, how's it going? It's like, why is this accent everywhere? And so I kind of think of that, too, with Raising Arizona. It's like, wow, even in Arizona,
right.
There's these subset of Southerners with this very bad Southern accent.
Yeah, and even in some of the other movies, they use it a lot. Like, it didn't bother me in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? No Country for Old Men's one of my favorites of all time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of their movies take place in Texas, and you would think that these guys were from the South or from Texas, but I think they're from Minnesota.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they are, because what's that? A Serious Man, I think, was like loosely based off of their upbringing. I don't know if you've seen that one. I just watched that last year. But yeah, it's set in Minnesota, like a Jewish family and all kinds of crazy Jonah-esque shit happening to this man. Oh, wait, not Jonah. Wait, who is it? Jonah? I mean, I know Jonah was in a whale, but
yeah. Anyways. Job. Maybe
I'm thinking of Job. All the bad shit.
My God.
Right.
Yeah. And loses everything. But
it was a J.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the alley-oop there.
Speaking of religious movies, this year I finally watched Last Temptation of Christ, the Scorsese movie with Willem Dafoe. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
That was a newer one, right?
No, 80. No? I think around this. I think also 87.
Really?
I think it came out the same year. So I just connected this to Raising Arizona. Swish. And anyway, oh man, there's a sex scene, and I gotta tell you, I'm not like Christian or the most religious person, but that was disturbing. Seeing Jesus in a sex scene. I don't want to see any religious figure.
Is that the movie where Willem Dafoe had to use a stunt cock?
Did he really?
Yeah,
maybe. Oh man,
I know there's some like lore to him having like a ginormous wiener that was just too absurd to be on screen, so they had to put a prosthetic on him that was smaller than his.
I mean, that's the lore, naked up on the cross, so it's a probably good chance it is this movie.
Oh God!
And I hate to keep going back, but speaking of that, that David Lynch movie I was talking about earlier, Willem Dafoe, and that was fucking terrifying.
Oh man, he's so good!
Amazing performance.
That moment with Laura Dern in the hotel room or motel room, and it just gets so intense.
Yeah,
and like, I mean, when you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But then right at the end, he just snaps, and it's this comedic thing. It's like, but I'll have to do that later. See you later. And it's so goofy, and it makes it even more disturbing. You're just like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, you gotta watch this one, Anthony.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
That's actually when he did pass. That was the one we threw on. We were like, because we've seen them all, and we were like, okay, which one do we want to watch? We're like, yeah, do Wild at Heart. It's just so much fun, and we're big suckers for that kind of genre of love on the run. That we revisit that one quite a bit.
Oh, it's a real life sex scene, by the way, in that movie we were talking about. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. Sorry,
I don't know what we're talking about.
Go on. It was Spider-Man. In Spider-Man, yeah. Willem Dafoe gets blown by Tobey Maguire.
That's where he needed the stunt cock. Yeah, that's
and
right.
it brings it back to Sam Raimi too. So there you go.
There we go. It's all connected.
That always makes me think of Tropic Thunder. With when the movie starts, it has the fake trailers. Have you guys seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
You guys had to,
oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And it has the movie with Robert Downey Jr. and Tobey Maguire, and it's like Oscar winner Robert Downey Jr. and Best Kiss winner Tobey Maguire. Yeah. MTV's Best Kiss winner Tobey Maguire. Oh my God, that's very nicely done.
You gotta love those award jokes. I saw just today a clip from Between Two Ferns with what's his name? God, my fucking brain is shot, dude. Die Hard man. Die Hard man.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, thank you. I'm gonna have so much fucking editing to do for this episode.
Comes out in June.
It's like, Bruce, where do you keep your Oscar? And he's like, oh no, I'm sorry. Where do you keep your Blockbuster Critics' Choice Award?
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. Well, so where does he keep it? I'm curious.
It's around.
Probably donated it to Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, he had all kinds of shit out there.
Have you guys ever been to a Planet Hollywood?
No, we had one in my town, but I never went. Have you?
I went to the one, I think, in Orlando when we went to Disney World one year. I think I was at that one. I've been to one, and I think it was Orlando.
Any good treasures there?
They had the Predator suit, like in a glass case. That was really cool.
Did they have the Sylvester Stallone there? I think that was like a pretty common one, right? There was like some body double of Sylvester Stallone.
Probably, yeah. Maybe like a tank top he wore in Rocky too.
Anyways, Raising Arizona.
Anyways, yeah.
To bring it back here, was there any like particular gags that you guys found funny? Like, I really liked the instruction book for the baby. That they steal the baby and then they're like, oh, we need the instructions as well. And then that instruction book follows everyone that grabs the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that was, I was, when this movie came out, I was too young to know the time. But looking back now, I think that was kind of that time of like, hey, you're having a baby, you got to go get a book. So I think it was kind of yeah, right. I think that's kind of like when all those books started coming out, how to help you raise your child. And I think maybe it was a little nod to that where it's like, yeah, we can't figure it out without a manual.
It just makes it seem like such an object rather than like a baby.
Are batteries included?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they keep falling in love with the baby. I know I mentioned that before, but that's such a great gag. Just
everyone, yeah.
Even the friend, he shows back up at the trailer, and you just know, he even mentions that, hey, I know Nathan Jr., I know what happened to him, and you think, oh, this is where it's all going to come apart. We know this guy's a dick anyway, and he's like, we're taking that baby. I expect him on Monday. It's like, God, so good.
Like when he goes back to that convenience store, I think it's the last time, he goes in there and then he opens up a thing of pantyhose while he's in there to put over his face to hide his identity while he's already in the store.
Yeah, I love how you can see Holly Hunter from the outside, just like yelling at him. You
got to hurry up. The missus is very mad right now.
And everybody's armed to the teeth out there. Everybody's real polite
everyone has a gun
until they start shooting.
Every single person had a gun.
To be quite honest, if I was in the middle of the desert, I'd be tempted too. I don't know what else is out there.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, and then you also have the on the other side of it too, you have the people, two separate groups of people that wait. That they tell them to lay on the ground and count, and they come back and they're still counting.
Yeah,
that's
people
probably
at the
one
bank.
of my more favorite gags, actually. Yeah,
don't move and get on the ground, and they're like, which one?
Well, which is it, son?
Get on the ground. Where are the tellers? We're on the ground.
I love how it comes back around too with the other convenience store, and he's counting, and he's like, screw this. And he stands up and he sees
them.
And they're screaming because of the baby. So you just hear this, oh! It's like, oh God.
Yeah, that whole screaming in the car thing. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, definitely very cartoony. Or I don't know. I mean, I know it's 80s, but that also feels very 90s, as well. I guess that's just a carryover from the 80s.
Yeah.
And then leaving the baby multiple times, and the baby just happens
right in the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they put him on top of the car, but he ends up on the road, right?
Yeah.
So he's fine.
Yep. Nathan Jr., he's totally fine. Happiest baby. Just adventuring. And then at the end, when it goes to the recap of like what led to the future of Nathan Jr., he's like playing football and everything.
Well, they kind of set up at when the Frances McDormand scene when she's like, he's got to go to Arizona State. So I think that was kind of a throwback to that, too. That was a nod
to that, yeah.
Yeah. That's like the highest achievement. Yep. Like, oh man, if your boy can play football for Arizona State, really got it made.
So
it's a great movie.
Do you think they stay together?
I think so. They get old.
I'm an optimistic. I know it's a dream sequence, but I like to think the fact that the bounty hunter was true, that vision was true, that this in vision is also true.
It's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
Yeah. I like to think they stay together. I think I don't know where the kid's gonna come from, but
Yeah, they have so many kids after.
Right.
Well, that's what happened with the Arizonas. They couldn't conceive either. And
that's true.
Kids, so.
Yeah. Medical science has come a long way.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
Yeah.
It's up there for my favorite Coen brother, but I think Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is at the top of my list. I love that movie.
So much fun.
I think I like the serious side of their stuff more, but I still enjoyed this. I think I'd only seen it once when I was a kid, so I just kind of loosely, remembered it. But yeah, it was a fun watch. My daughter watched like the first half of it with me, actually. She was enjoying it too.
It's a nice short movie. Like, it goes by really fast. Like, it's just over the hour and a half mark. I think it's like 93 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes by so fast. It's like watching one episode of a TV show nowadays. Just like,
It's kind of like the intro, like the intro, he sets it up with the narration. He's, this ex-con, he's getting out, and then all of a sudden you see Raising Arizona, and you're like, whoa, they just crammed so much just introducing the movie. So that's kind of how that whole thing is. Yeah, it sure does.
It's a perfect movie to have on in the background. Well, should we rate this?
Why not? All right, so how we do this is you have to look into the middle. So you're going to want to look up, Shane.
Okay.
Anthony, you're looking the right way. And I'm gonna this is just a test. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're immediately back. And I'll say, okay. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Wow, that many gunshots.
So many gunshots. 4 for me.
What would you give it, Shane?
What is this out of?
Out of 5.
Oh, yeah. 4's a strong number. Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling the 4?
Don't hate me.
I feel the 4.
I'm doing a 3.5. I enjoyed it, but
to
me it's fair. A 3.5.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that the movie is so over the top that I could see a lot of people not enjoying it. It's definitely silly.
Yeah. Yeah, and part of it could just be the accents too. That could just be nagging me. So
fair.
It's a you problem, I think.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially for fans of, Coen Brothers, Nicolas Cage, what have you.
I think it's a good intro to their filmography.
Well, that's about it for this episode. But we have plans for the next one.
We do. Yeah, we're going to be seeing The Phoenician Scheme and immediately
the new Wes Anderson.
Yeah, we're going to try and get that out as soon as possible. Hopefully we can see it on release day and talk the next day would be the ideal scenario.
Yeah, this will be our first time going to the theaters to watch something to talk about on the podcast.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Are you
fun.
a big Wes Anderson guy, Shane?
I love Wes Anderson. I still haven't seen Asteroid City. The last one I've seen was French Dispatch, but huge fan, especially his early work that changed my life. Of course.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Phoenician Scheme?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks. Oh yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Michael Cera. I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, me too. I think he's going to be perfect for it.
I think so too. Yeah.
Wes knows what kind of people belong in his world, and they always seem to just fit perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super stoked.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a fun one.
You guys have a favorite Wes movie?
Darjeeling Limited, I think.
Yeah, mine too.
I really fell in love with that movie.
I don't blame you.
Was that Adrian our first Brody's episode?
Second or third. Your first was her or she?
Oh, that's right. Her. Yeah.
Or her?
Her.
One of those two.
Yeah, I think it was our second episode. So good. So good.
What about you? What's your favorite Anderson?
I'm just because it was the first one I saw. I might say Rushmore, but I love The Life Aquatic.
Oh, sure.
So good.
Yeah, I think that's number 2 for me. Yeah, an amazing film. Yeah, hell yeah. Hopefully this one's great. Make sure to comment. Tell us what you want to hear, what you think, any ideas. Check us out on Discord, Blue Sky, whatever. Shane, would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, see the movies that we talked about in this episode. They're all great. Cinema, it's so, can be so overwhelming that don't get overwhelmed. Just try to watch what you can and don't feel bad that you haven't seen everything. Just, try something new, maybe once a week. And, you'll find a whole world out there that's just incredible.
Hell
yeah.
Man.
Shout out to movies.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's an important art form. So very important. Well, yeah. And thank you so much for joining us today. You were great. Awesome to
thank you.
Have some perspective and some entertainment.
Absolutely. It's great being here. Thanks for inviting me.
Right on.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time very soon. May 30th, Venetian Scheme premieres. Mwah.
Peace.